Okay, let's take a look at this cost of quality problem. Let me read some of the facts here. Managers at Silvosos Chemicals want to determine the company's cost of quality, and they have quite a bit of information here. For instance, the defective units were 12,000, units reworked were 2,400, the defective units that were returned were $800, the appraisal cost $27,200. Cost per unit for rework was $25. Prevention cost $170,000. We know that profit per good unit produced and sold was $80. And I'm just reading right down the list here, everyone. So hopefully you see that. Profit per defective unit sold was $50. Cost per unit for customer returns was $20. Cost of warranty work, $18,000. All right, well, let's tackle number A first. And part A says, compute the lost profits from selling defective work. Well, here's what we know, and I'm going to type it in here, but you can also see it in the formula bar up top if you like. We know that the defective units were 12,000. There were 12,000 units, but of those, 2,400 were reworked. So the total defective units sold were 9,600, but I'm going to keep going with that formula here. Actually, why don't I do this in pieces? Okay, this would be the defective units sold. I'll move this over here. Call this defective units sold. And then we have to determine the margin, or the profit, if you will, per unit sold. And what we know is the profit for good unit was $80. Profit for defective unit was $50. So if we take the profit for good unit less the profit of $50, we're able to determine how much profit was lost per unit. So I'm going to call this profits lost per unit, and we will take equal $80, right, minus $50. Okay, now that's in units, this is in dollars, so why don't we put that in dollars? You know what? Dollars and cents probably makes it look the best. And then all we've got to do is then multiply. And maybe it makes best to label this. Call this A. Call this B. And then we say that C is equal to A times B. And what that tells us is the lost profits from selling defective work. Okay? And if I multiply that across 9,600 units times 30, I come up with the profits lost by selling defective units. Okay? And that's the answer to part A. Okay, now I've adjusted the screen a little bit just to get us a little bit more real estate down below, and I've reformatted the answer and started the beginning of part B, where we're going to determine the cost of failures. So first we start off with the profits lost for selling defective units. That's $288,000. And then we need to add in the rework costs. Get the mouse out of the way there. And rework costs are going to be equal to the 2,400 units that we reworked at a cost of, what is it, $25 per unit. I'm getting that right to the left of my mouse there. Right to the left there. Okay? So I've got another $60,000 in rework costs. Then there's also cost of warranty work that we need to add in. And the cost of warranty work they give us is $18,000. Let me slide just to give us a little bit more room here. Besides the cost of warranty work, there's the cost of customer returns. And what we know there is 800 units were returned, and the cost per unit for customer returns is $20. Now, we'll assume they did some analysis to come up with that. So 8 equal 800 times $20, right? Gets us $16,000. And once we add that together, we're able to determine the total failure costs. So if I sum this, find my sum key here, and underline this, double underline that, and maybe turn that into a $sign for proper formatting, and that takes care of part B. Okay, next we need to tackle part C, which asks us what's the total quality cost. All right, let me slide and create some room here. So I can do this. All right, the total quality cost, we have to start off with the total failure costs. Right? Total failure cost was given from above. Just need to format that, and we're off to the races. Right? And we add in the prevention costs. And they told us that what we're spending on prevention costs is $170,000. That probably includes the quality control department, inspectors, just areas in the general ledger where we were able to track that. What else do we know? There is an appraisal cost of $27,000 as well. So if we add the failure cost plus the prevention plus the appraisal costs, then we've come up with a way to define quality cost as they're commonly defined. That's $27,200. Okay, again, I want to underline this, give it my sum command, double underline that, and we've worked this problem, everyone. So in this very brief analysis, we've come up with the lost profits from selling defective work. That's that number there. We've come up with total cost of failures, and we've come up with total quality costs, which I should label. Okay, thanks everybody.